Hello, welcome here. Today I just wanted to do a quick sit down and get to know me as my first video on YouTube. So if you don't know, my name is Maggie and I'm 23 years old. I'm a mom to our 1-year-old little girl. Her name is Lucy and we are expecting our second. I'm halfway there, so I'm due early summer. I have notes because I lose my train of thought and I tend to forget everything about myself whenever I'm in front of the camera. Like I said, my name's Maggie. Born and raised in Texas. We currently live in San Antonio, Texas. I am married to my husband, Oliver. We've been married for almost 3 years. We met after Hurricane Harvey hit in 2017. So during disaster relief, he came down. He actually lived in Iowa at the time. He came down to help with disaster relief and I was there. I met him, sparks flew. The rest is history. We have a golden retriever. He'll be 3 in August, so we're still in that, like, if you've ever had a golden retriever, you know that between the ages of like 1 and 3, they're total like T-Rex mode. So we're working with him. He's been amazing and his name is Harvey. So I think the name is fitting considering that's the hurricane that brought Oliver and I together, and he also is a hurricane himself. Something that you'll see as my channel progresses is that I believe in intentional and intense homemaking, and that's always changing, whether that's through the food that I'm serving to my family or through being a wife or a mother, or just the way that I run our household through laundry and cleaning. And like I said, it's always changing. I just submit to the Lord in that, try to. It's hard because I have my own plans. But I try to submit to the Lord in all of that and let Him lead me as a mom and a wife. And so if there's anything that I learned through my experience as a wife and a mom and a homemaker, you will see it here on this channel, hopefully. One of those things being cloth diapers. I have not attempted cloth diapering before, and I'm gonna do this. So I have them behind me to stuff, because if you cloth diaper, you know this. But I got totally getting sidetracked. This is the Nora's Nursery, I don't know if you can see that, brand, and they have a pocket in the back, and you have this liner that you stick, let's see if I can do it, in the pocket. And so when you wash them, you obviously take the liner out, and so then when you're done washing them, before they're used, you need to stuff them. So they're behind me so that I can stuff them when this video is done. That's something new that I'm learning, and if I get a really great routine and it's working great for us, that's something you'll see here on this channel. So little things like that, always trying to expand what I know and what I implement in our home. And so it brings me joy to do that. And so I figured if I'm learning it anyways, I could put it out there for you and maybe someone else will be inspired and learn from it too. 4 random facts about me, totally random. Number 1 is I despise the sound of chewing. Not a crunchy chew, a moist, wet, sloshy chew. It's disgusting to me. Like, even if like the lips are closed, I still can hear it. It grosses me out. I can like feel shivers down my spine. Like, it's the worst sound ever, like nails on a chalkboard. Okay, hate that. Number 2, I broke my neck when I was in high school, 15 years old. It was a cheerleading accident, and I broke my neck and lived to tell about it. So that's cool. Number 3, very passionate about natural living, the things that go in our body and on our bodies, and learning our bodies and how they're supposed to function, using what's in my environment to support my body instead of hurt it. So I try to be as mindful as possible about those things for myself, for my husband, for my children. It's just a passion that I have. Number 4, I've been told that I'm an Enneagram 2 wing 3. If that means anything to you, if you are into the Enneagram, I think being a 2, I think that's the helper, which makes sense sometimes, but other times I doubt the 2 wing 3 part. We currently live in San Antonio, Texas. We are in the city. We actually live on a golf course, which is kind of fun because we find golf balls all over the place. We haven't had damage yet from a golf ball, so that's been great. Neither of us grew up in the city. My husband nor I, we didn't grow up in the city, and I dream all the time about, and he dreams too, this isn't just me. We have a dream for our family to homestead, to have land. I think he would be a little bit more choosy about the animals. I would be like, bring all the animals. I want all the animals. I want cows and chickens and goats and donkeys, and I mean, give me a zebra for all I care. Like, I want all the animals. All the golden retrievers. I want a female so bad because I would love for Harvey to have some puppies. I don't want to breed, but I would just love for Harvey to have a son or a daughter. I think that would be so special, but we're not going to do that in the city. I just dream for our family to get to the point where we have the land and the space and the ability to grow our own food, and to teach our kids where their food comes from, for them to reap the benefits of their work. I want them to learn to plant food and to raise animals and see how this world was created to work, because God created everything with a purpose, and I want them to not only know their purpose, but I want them to know the purpose of the animals and the plants. It's just something I'm really passionate about, and I want that experience for our children. I think it's really important to keep their hands busy, keep their hands a little dirty, you know. Dirt is so good for you, so I crave that for our family. I crave that for our kids. Maybe someday we'll get to have land and all the animals, and I'll get to learn more about living from our slice of earth. A lot of what you'll see me wear, what you'll see in my home, what you will see my children wear or even play with, is from the thrift store. I think it's so important for our environment and for a bank account, let's be honest, to not always buy things new. Some things in my home were really important to me to purchase new. Other things, I think it's really fun. It's like a treasure hunt for me to look on Facebook Marketplace or to go to thrift stores and see what they have and what I can piece together. It's really shaped my style. It's really shaped how we live our life, how we view our finances, and we've saved a lot of money just by taking someone else's trash and making it our treasure. So yeah, a lot of the things in my home are from a thrift store or from Facebook Marketplace, and it just brings me a ton of freaking joy. You'll see a lot of that on this channel, things that are thrifted, things that definitely are not brand new. I will drop $50 at a thrift store, no problem, but $50 at Target is like, whew. For Lucy, my 1-year-old, pretty much all of her clothes are either hand-me-down or they're from the thrift store. I just don't find that it's necessary for children to have brand new clothing whenever they're gonna get messy anyways. I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion or not, but that's how we live our life. As I said in the beginning, I am expecting our second baby. Our children will be 18 months apart. This one was most definitely a surprise. I'll do a whole video on like how I found out, how I told my husband, first trimester, second trimester, third trimester, recap. But just a blanket statement, first trimester was trash. I was so sick. Oh my gosh. Now that I'm like halfway through my second trimester, when does third trimester start? I don't even know. But I'm well into my second try, and I'm feeling a lot better. So my energy's back. I feel great. I am craving food. In my first trimester, I didn't really crave anything. I didn't want to eat. I was so sick all the time. I did eat, but I didn't want anything, if that makes sense. But now that I'm in my second trimester, cravings have hit. Actually, that's not true. In my first trimester, I craved salad. Who craves that? Me, apparently. Current craving is chocolate hummus, and I cannot get enough of it. And if you haven't experienced chocolate hummus, what are you doing? Go to the store and get some. Trader Joe's has really good chocolate hummus, but I get mine from H-E-B because we're in Texas and we have H-E-B, and theirs is the best. So if you're in Texas and you have an H-E-B, go and try the chocolate hummus. It's the best. And people always ask me, what do you eat it with? Personally, I eat it with a spoon. It's like an ice cream or like a pudding for me. But if you like this video and you want to follow along with any of the things that I'm going to share in the future, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe. My 1-year-old is up, so I need to go get her from her nap. But thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate the support, and hope you have a good day.